This is all I today in tips. You assholes just does not mean I'm fucking rich. Next person who doesn't give me a I'm gonna pull my tip out and gnaw your pee.
Lamar Cruz, a TikTok disgrace wrapped in sociopathy, is impossible to ignore. For all the worst reasons, at just 24, he managed to earn the title of the most despised creator on the platform. And honestly, that's putting it lightly. From assaulting a 14-year-old in a Walmart parking lot to heartlessly pranking a homeless woman with false promises of help, his relentless pursuit of attention knows no limits.
Abandoning the homeless girl. Most of y'all know about this. It went kind of viral. Basically, I picked up the girl in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is an hour and a half away from Columbia, South Carolina. And I had sex with her. I told her that I had a place for her to live because she was homeless. And I really didn't think it through, honestly, because I didn't know, I didn't have a plan really. I just decided to take her and leave her at this house, which was a little bit fucked up, I'll admit. But the thing is, the house that I left her at, it wasn't actually an abandoned, it was an abandoned house, but it wasn't in the middle of nowhere. It was literally in the same neighborhood that my friend Huff lives in, and I live 4 minutes away from Huff, so she was literally right down the street. That's why when she walked to the park, and once I found out that she was at that park, I drove 2 or 3 minutes and went and saw her, and she was doing okay. She met some new friends and all that, and I know it was kind of a to leave her in a whole nother state.
With every stunt, every crime, and every disturbing post, Lamar Cruz solidifies himself as not just pathetic, but a walking embodiment of everything wrong with humanity. People are just so pissed off they're even saying, on behalf of the black community, we don't claim him. Let's start with his failed SoundCloud rapper phase. Back in 2015, Lamar thought the world needed to hear his musical genius. We didn't. His tracks with names like Bass Bumpin' and Silly Head were so bad they became ironically popular, a badge of shame he somehow mistook for success. But hey, why stop there? Lamar went all in, covering himself in a patchwork of horrendous tattoos, including a SpongeBob and Patrick masterpiece on his gut, and a lonely tattoo slapped across his face. I mean, can you blame people for keeping their distance?
Isn't it crazy how the internet's been trying to cancel me for 7 years, and yet here I am, still winning.
Then there's the infamous McChicken incident. Ah yes, the moment Lamar decided that a fast food sandwich was worthy of, let's say, intimate attention. In 2016, he filmed himself violating a McChicken, and proudly declared it better than any female or male I've been with. I mean, if your love life is that bad, maybe keep it to yourself, right? Nope. Lamar took it as an opportunity to forever cement himself in internet infamy. The internet never forgets, and never will. Here's that video.
Y'all can't just go to a motherfucking ATM, take $60 out your mother bank account to spend on anything, let alone fucking. I'm shorty out here in the middle of nowhere on a fucking dead end at this weird ass looking creepy hotel. Wish me luck.
The destination is on your right.
Woo! I did it. I lost my virginity. Woo! Yo, hold up. Who a virgin? Who a virgin? Ain't no motherfucking virgin. Not no more, there ain't. You know what the fuck going on? Stop blaming me, bro. Ain't no motherfucking virgin no more, bitch. Yeah, when you get hungry. But y'all niggas wouldn't know that, cause I...
But don't worry, his descent doesn't stop there. Lamar's TikTok career is a spectacle of its own. When he's not making cringe-worthy lip-sync videos or glorifying his horrendous Galaxy Corvette, he's endangering lives by weaving through traffic at 100 miles per hour. While filming. Safety? Who needs that when you're too busy chasing likes? Lamar, driving like an idiot doesn't make you cool. It makes you a lawsuit waiting to happen. Now let's get to the truly vile stuff. Because Lamar Cruz isn't just a clown, he's a predator. This creep keeps a literal ledger documenting every single one of his encounters, complete with ages, races, and even whether he paid. And if that isn't repulsive enough, 9 of those entries are minors. 9. This isn't just disgusting, it's criminal. Lamar Cruz doesn't just need internet humiliation, he needs a prison cell. Remember the homeless woman incident? Lamar thought it would be funny to lure a homeless woman into his car under the guise of offering her shelter. He drove her 25 miles to an abandoned house, dumped her there, and later returned with a can of Febreze to mock her for her smell.
You can just wait here, I'll go get it. Not really. There we go. Woo! Bitch really thought she was gonna be able to live with me. Stupid, dumb thought. The whole motherfucking car smelling like god fish. No f***, bro. This shit is ridiculous, bro. That was the worst ever.
This was one of his.
He filmed the whole thing, of course, because what's an act of human indecency without a TikTok post? When people rightfully called him out, his response was, "I do feel bad for her because she's homeless, and I basically left her stranded in a whole nother state without a phone. But at the end of the day, my body count is 31, and that's all that matters, right?" First of all, Lamar, nobody cares. Second of all, your body count is as unimpressive as your existence. And if you think this man would stop at that level of depravity, think again. He's been caught multiple times trying to meet up with minors, including one sting operation where catfishers posed as a 17-year-old. Of course, Lamar showed up in his ridiculous Galaxy Corvette because nothing says "please arrest me" like driving to meet a fake teenager in your tacky car. This man's audacity is off the charts, but his intelligence? Non-existent. Lamar Cruz's criminal record is a masterpiece of failures, a collaboration between his own degeneracy, the legal system's incompetence, and society's inability to weed out the worst among us. Let's dive straight into the 2019 Walmart assault case because there's one event that perfectly captures his vile nature. It's this one. This man, alongside his equally repulsive sidekick Randall Huff, thought it would be perfectly acceptable to assault a 14-year-old in a Walmart parking lot. The victim, showing more courage than these two clowns combined, went inside and alerted the police. Lamar was arrested, but here's where things get ridiculous. Despite being 19 years old at the time and fully aware of his actions, he was charged as a youthful offender. Youthful? The man was old enough to know better, but clearly too stupid to care. And for all that, he served a grand total of 4 months in jail. 4 months. That's less time than it takes to get through a Netflix backlog. The excuse? It was his first offense. And wait for it, he had a CDL. Yes, apparently being a trucker grants you a get-out-of-jail-free card. Who knew? You'd think even a moron like Lamar would take those 4 months as a wake-up call. But no. The second he got out in 2022, he attempted the most laughable rebrand in history. He emerged as a so-called born-again Christian, going full theatrical with an ocean baptism and cringe-inducing sermons about redemption. The act didn't even last long enough for him to finish a TikTok dance trend. His idea of repentance was posting videos of himself pretending to whip up gourmet meals in his dingy truck cabin, while the stench of his criminal record lingered in the background. Unsurprisingly, it wasn't long before he was back to sliding into minors' DMs. It's as if those 4 months gave him nothing but time to refine his predatory habits.
Good. Yeah, Lamar and his, you know what the f going on. All 2018 finna have your bitch doing tomorrow. Nah, for real. Yeah, do tomorrow. Yeah, do tomorrow. Yeah, whoa. That way.
And speaking of idiocy, let's not forget his hilariously doomed attempt to cross the Canadian border in 2021. Lamar, in his infinite wisdom, thought he could casually stroll into Canada, despite his criminal record being more well documented than the average college thesis. What was his grand plan, you ask? Allegedly, he was on his way to meet a minor. But here's the plot twist. Canadian border officials weren't having it. They took one look at his record, saw the Walmart incident, and promptly slapped him with handcuffs and a lifetime ban. The only thing Lamar had to say about the ordeal was that he wasted money on a rental car and non-refundable hotel fees, as if that's the real tragedy here. The fact that he even attempted this stunt just shows how delusional he is about the consequences of his actions. And then there's his social media circus, a constant barrage of cringe, cooked up lies, and outright disturbing behavior. His TikTok account is the digital equivalent of a dumpster fire. Between his trucking adventures and horrific cooking videos, it's hard to decide what's worse. Take his infamous Mexican beef chicken stew disaster, a concoction made from can of chili, Spanish rice, and what can only be described as an abomination of overcooked chicken. If his culinary skills were a crime, they'd probably land him more jail time than the Walmart incident. And don't even get me started on his obsession with that hideous Galaxy Corvette. He parades it around like it's some luxury car when in reality, it's a tacky, decade-old embarrassment wrapped in the automotive equivalent of a Lisa Frank folder. But even Lamar's TikTok antics pale in comparison to the cesspool of comments he leaves across social media. This guy openly admits to being attracted to minors, With gems like, "Why do the cute girls always have to be so young? And my standards aren't high, she just has to be young." Who in their right mind thinks this is okay to say out loud, let alone post it for the world to see? His excuse? "I'm just trolling for clout." Sorry, Lamar, but trolling stops being funny when you've got an actual criminal record for assaulting a minor. At that point, it's not trolling. It's waving a giant red flag while screaming, "Arrest me" again. And yet, despite all this, Lamar continues to thrive in his delusion. Public backlash? He treats it like fan mail. TikTok users flood his comment section with references to 14, the age of his Walmart victim, and roast him relentlessly. But in Lamar's warped mind, the hate is just another form of validation. He genuinely believes he's the main character in some underdog story, when in reality, he's the cautionary tale everyone wishes they didn't know about. Even TikTok's moderation system can't seem to get rid of him, proving once again that it's about as useful as Lamar's cooking videos. Every post, every comment, every pathetic attempt at redemption is a reminder of just how broken the system is. This man served 4 measly months for a crime that should have landed him behind bars for years, and now he's out here pretending to be some trucking influencer, while continuing to prey on minors and make a mockery of his victims. Lamar Cruz isn't just a failure, he's a predator, a narcissist, and a walking disaster whose existence is a slap in the face to anyone with a shred of decency. The fact that he's still out there, free to wreak havoc and embarrass himself daily, is proof that karma isn't working hard enough. Lamar Cruz is the kind of person who takes being a disgrace to Olympic levels. After his infamous Walmart assault case, where he and his equally trashy buddy attacked a 14-year-old, you'd think he'd have an ounce of shame. Nope. This guy turned public outrage into his twisted form of validation. Instead of reflecting, Lamar leaned hard into his predator for clout persona, even going as far to claim that he made up the rumors about himself just to get followers. Except surprise, his criminal record and predatory behavior are well documented, so that excuse crumbles faster than his SoundCloud career. After his pathetic 4-month stint in jail, he didn't come out reformed, he came out worse. His post-jail redemption story is a dumpster fire of lies. Screenshots of his TikTok and Discord messages show him dismissing age like it's a minor inconvenience. When called out for messaging a minor, he casually shrugged it off with, "That's fine, we're just talking." Just talking? The audacity is mind-blowing, but it's also textbook Lamar, always finding new ways to sink lower. Every post, every comment, every desperate cry for attention shows just how delusional Lamar Cruz really is. He thrives on being hated, wearing it like some twisted badge of honor. But let's call it what it is. Lamar isn't just a failure. He's a walking, talking cautionary tale of what happens when arrogance meets depravity. Lamar Cruz, or as he pathetically tries to brand himself, Lil Mar, is the human embodiment of garbage set on fire and left to fester. At just 23 years old, this South Carolina-born train wreck has managed to carve out a legacy of failure, so profound it could be studied in psychology textbooks. Forget chasing dreams. This guy is busy chasing clout, minors, and any shred of dignity he might have had left. But there's none. His rap career was dead before it started. His TikToks are a masterclass in secondhand embarrassment, and his existence, a walking, talking reminder of why Darwinism should have stepped in sooner. Lamar Cruz is the ultimate cautionary tale of what happens when stupidity, desperation, and a lack of morals collide. Every tattoo, every TikTok, every pathetic stunt adds another brick to the monument of failure he's built for himself. He's not just a societal embarrassment, he's a genuine threat, a leech feeding off the lowest forms of attention. If there's one thing Lamar Cruz has proven, it's there's no limit to how low some people will go.